Saa hii kwa phone industry kuna chipsets 5 ambazo ndio kusema Nataka niwaeleze kuhusu hizi chipsets na niwaambie ni gani kali, okay? Now, chipsets ziko 5. Number 1 ambao ndio the best chipset overall ni yenye imekuwa launched the other day by Qualcomm, na hiyo ni inaitwa Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5, okay? Now, watu wamekuwa kiuliza kwa nini hii chipset inaitwa 8 Elite Gen 5 other than ikuwe 8 Elite 2 ifuatanishe 8 Elite. Unajua Snapdragon walisema, Qualcomm walisema the reason why waliita hiyo chipset Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 ni sababu actually hiyo ni the 5th chipset ya 8 Gen. Umeelewa? Juu kuko na 8 Gen 1 hiyo ambayo ilikuwa, then ukakuja 8 Gen 2, alright, then ukakuja 8 Gen 3, alright, then ukakuja 8 Elite. So hiyo 8 Elite ingekuwa 8 Gen 4, alright, but now wakaeka Elite sababu they really worked on it, wakaita Elite, yani elite, something so elite, umeelewa? And then now because they had actually stopped at 3, now they wanted to continue, so the 8 Elite basically is the number 4, then 8 Elite Gen 5, that's the number 5, all right? 8, the word is 8, okay? So now akasema ache kwa 8 Elite Gen 5, okay? Now that is going to be the most powerful processor, and guys, my oh my, if you're a techie guy, go and research about that chipset. It's so powerful. I mean, the AI capabilities on that phone, battery, I mean what we call efficiency cores zake, performance cores zake, I mean that chipset is so powerful. Na itakuwa in many of these flagships, I think Samsung, OnePlus, that is even Xiaomi watakuwa nayo. So that is chipset that unafaa uangalia, and the S26 Ultra itakuja na hiyo chipset, by the way, and I can't wait to see what the S26 Ultra will do. Samsung actually they actually collaborate na Snapdragon to kind of like optimize on performance, na so many other things. Anyway, long story short, now as I said, our chipset number 1 inaitwa Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5, na clock speed yake itakuwa at a massive 4.6 gigahertz. Yeah, that is the clock speed, okay? Now, na tujiongea mambo ya GPU, mambo ya NPU, anyways, okay? Now, our number 2 chipset yenye inasema sahi kwa soko ya simu inaitwa Apple A19 Pro, alright? Apple A19 Pro, and that is actually from Apple. Hiyo ndo iko na iPhone 17 Pro Max, and clock speed yake iko at 4.26 gigahertz, okay? And you can actually see the 17 Pro Max. Ile prices the 17 Pro Max imepewa si ya uongo, ni ya ukweli. The 17 Pro Max is really a good phone. No doubt about it, okay? So that is our chipset number 2. Our chipset number 3 itakuwa ni actually not itakuwa juisha launch ni MediaTek Dimensity 9500, okay? This is actually from MediaTek, and as you know, MediaTek they actually have very good performance chipsets, and this itakuwa at a clock speed of 4.21 gigahertz, okay? Number 4, our chipset number 4 inaitwa it actually imetoka from Xiaomi. This is their own, it is actually in-house, inbred, and hii inaitwa the Xiaomi X-Ring 01. Xiaomi X-Ring 01, na hii clock speed yake iko at 3.9 gigahertz, okay? Na finally ni from Google Pixel, na hiyo inaitwa, najua mnajua, inaitwa the Google Tensor G5 yenye iko kwa the Google Pixel 10 series, the Google Pixel 10, 10 Pro, 10 Pro XL. Hiyo sasa, hiyo iko na clock speed ya 3.78 gigahertz, okay? Now, if I can read them out quickly from number 1. Number 1 is Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 at a clock speed of 4.6 gigahertz, followed by the Apple A19 Pro at number 2 at a clock speed of 4.26 gigahertz, followed by MediaTek Dimensity 9500 at number 3 at a clock speed of 4.2 gigahertz. then followed by Xiaomi X-Ring 01 at number 4 at a clock speed of 3.9 gigahertz, and followed by Google Tensor G5 at a clock speed of 3.78 gigahertz. Okay, now this is not to mean that now that hii imekuja at number 5 is not good. There are so many other things that you look at. There's what you call the architecture of the chipset. There's the way they arrange the cores, there's the way they wanagawa hizo performance. You know, there are things we call ultra cores, performance cores, you know, efficiency cores. There are things you also look at the GPU, what kind of GPU imetumika. You also look at the NPU. NPU ni story na AI, because that is where the world is headed. These are actually this is actually purposely for AI, yeah. So but ile nimewambia, I was actually looking at the clock speeds, you know, and that is how equal in terms of, you know, if I have to put it from, you know, the best to the least best. But overall, as always, you know, Android Snapdragon always on top. Okay, so thank you for listening. I hope you've learned one or two. So see you on the next one.